So I went behind, got out of my vehicle, pushed the car up the hill. What did the driver do? They just left without even saying a thank you. Just continued on their way, slipping and sliding as they went. You're welcome, sir. But I'm not the only one having a tough time this morning. Feel for those who have to walk in this snow and all wait at a bus stop like this woman.
It's brutal. It's hard to walk. Streets aren't cleaned up yet. Transit's not on time. There's no cabs to take. Uber's not confirming pickups. So yeah, it's hard to make it to work.
And if you do have to use your vehicle to get out, if you have it sitting in the driveway, remember you're going to be doing some shoveling today. There's lots to do. The good thing is
January 17th.
It's
Monday.
not hard to move. There's just quite a bit of it already. Reporting live outside.
Back
Carl
to winter wonderland.
News time 6:09 with the Novak Djokovic drama over. The Australian Open's begun. Our Simon Bennett has the latest from day one, including the first Canadian to
Somebody
advance.
got stuck.
There is potential for Canadians to have a strong fortnight. Among those, Denis Shapovalov, the Richmond Hill native, stumbled at times against Laszlo Jara, but he picked up the win.
And the relief is clear for all to see.
4 sets and almost 3.5 hours later, Shapo was on the round 2. 9th seed Felix Auger-Aliassime gets his first round match in day 2, along with Leylah Fernandez and Rebecca Marino in the women's draw. Meanwhile, that's right, 70 wins for Rafael Nadal in this Grand Slam, one of the all-time greats moving on. Home favorite Ash Barty advanced, as did defending women's champion Naomi Osaka. I'm Simon Bennett.
City News Time 6:09. Why pay more? Switch your current alarm system to the monitoring center today and take advantage of our wholesale monitoring rates starting as low as $9.99 per month. Call for your free quotation. Think the monitoring center for your home security. Switch your alarm system to the monitoring center today and save. Think security? Think the monitoring center. Why? Because we care.
1-866-24-7 or $9.99. 1-866-24-7 or $9.99. Coming up in 60 seconds, traffic and weather together on the ones, including a spun-out vehicle on the westbound 401 approaching the 404. City News Time 6:10.
You're more than your condition. Ask your doctor about Invocana.
There are 25 Swedish words for snow. A Volvo is made to stand all.
Kill Street. Okay, go.
Advanced safety technology is designed to help make sure you and your loved ones arrive safe and sound. Finance the 2022 Volvo XC90 from 2.49% at 2021 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winner. Conditions apply. Visit your local GTA Volvo retailer or volvocars.ca.
Switching your car and home insurance to Bel Air Direct with an online quote could save you up to $750. So, you can get yourself a new set of golf clubs. Sure, you've never played around in your life, but nothing says I'm living large like 14 shiny clubs in your front hall. Bel Air Direct. Conditions apply. City News Time 6:11. Traffic and weather together on the ones brought to you by Seneca. Here's Craig here.
Yeah, multiple problems going on this morning and some new ones too. So you're going to get stuck behind plow convoys. We were watching them on the southbound 410 around the 401, but they are everywhere, and that's a good thing. So just let them do their work. Eastbound Gardner and New Crash approaching Kipling. It's in the right lane. Westbound 401, a couple of issues approaching the 404 in the Express. The right lane still blocked off here. We have a spun-out vehicle. Everyone's on scene trying to get that righted. And then approaching Yonge in the Express, the right lane had an issue. I don't see them there any longer, but the camera's very snowy right now. Major problems on the DVP around Don Mills. We have an issue northbound approaching Don Mills. Southbound, I haven't seen anybody travel through this zone in a very long time. You have to watch out on city streets too if you're carrying a heavy load. Lots of truck drivers are almost in tears, stuck on hills this morning.
I've been on this hill for about an hour trying to get up.
It's just a bad drive. So that's southbound Jane approaching St. Clair. Large snowy hill. Watch out there. And that's the story this morning. At Seneca, you can reach your goals your way with flexible study options that fit your life. Learn more at senecacollege.ca. Next report at 6:21 with the forecast. Here's Jill Taylor.
Yeah, we're up to about 15 centimeters now in Toronto. Double that amount for Niagara, near 30 centimeters or more, where they had thunder snow early this morning in the Niagara region. Very high snowfall rates there. And for Toronto and the GTA, we've got pretty impressive snowfall rates too, 3 to 5 centimeters per hour. We'll have that up until about 8 o'clock this morning, and then the snow will gradually taper to some flurries for the afternoon. A very strong gusty wind, even stronger than it is now for the afternoon and evening, so that blowing snow will continue well into the evening. Guaranteed high, -3 will drop to -11, wind chill near -20 overnight, and by early this evening we'll end up with about 25 to possibly 35 centimeters of snow. Even more for the Niagara region, they could end up with 50, and into eastern Ontario too. Travel just not recommended anywhere in southern eastern Ontario. Right now it feels like -14, snow and blowing snow, -6 degrees up here to -4 at City News. Today's guaranteed high, -3.
City News Time 6:14. Now the Dynamic Funds Market Minute. Over to Mike Epple at the Business Center.
Good morning. It's a holiday for the U.S. markets. The ones that are open for business this morning look pretty good so far. We've got the Frankfurt DAX index up 0.4%. Germany's benchmark on the move to the upside. The London FT 100 is up 0.75%. And the TSX is coming off a money-making week and gained 64 points Friday, up 1.3% over the past 5 days. The price for oil has been testing $84 per barrel in early electronic activity this morning. The price for gold is up $4 at $1,820. Canadian dollar ahead of the Bank of Canada's Business Outlook survey report and some manufacturing sales data from StatCam due this morning. And the loonie at 80 cents U.S. That's up 1/3 of a cent. The exchange at $1.25. At the City News Business Center, I'm Mike Epple.
Start 2022 off on the right foot by building a more resilient portfolio. Speak to a financial advisor today and visit dynamic.ca/advice to discover the value of financial advice.
You can do anything online these days. Trade shares or share photos. Get a pizza or a job. Did you know you can access healthcare too? You can learn more about digital healthcare at infoway.ca/digital health learning.
5-star Google reviews are the best reviews any company can get. This drumbeat represents one. Many companies have some. And this is how many Search Kings have. Search Kings has over 1,000 Google 5-star reviews. No wonder Google hand-selected Search Kings as a Google Premier Partner. And they're Canadian. You want to stand out where your customers are online?
27 on the ramp to the west 401. We have a lane block on this ramp, so it's a slow go on this ramp here. And eastbound Eglinton ramp onto the southbound DVP, just publicly blocking that ramp lane. It's a nasty one coming off this ramp. Just watch it as totally dealing with this problem. Your next report at 6:41 with the forecast. It's Joe Taylor.
Well, the heavier, steadier bands of snow that we have now up until about 8 o'clock this morning with snowfall rates 3 to about 5 centimeters per hour. And then things will slowly settle down. Many areas already over 15 centimeters of snow in Toronto and the GTA. Niagara already close to 30 or over 30, and 25 to about 35 centimeters of snow for Toronto and the GTA by this evening. Now, the steadier snow, again, it will taper to flurries. Won't be as crazy for the afternoon. And by about 5 o'clock, any flurries should come to an end. The wind, though, still very strong. So lots of blowing, drifting snow through the afternoon into the evening. Right now, that blizzard warning continues for northern Niagara region, Grimsby, St. Catharines. Greatly reduced hazardous visibility. It's just nasty, really, no matter where you are in southern Ontario. Minus 14, the current wind chill. It's minus 6 degrees. Snow, blowing snow in Toronto, Pearson, minus 4. City News, our guaranteed high today, minus 3.
City News time, 6:33.
A monster winter storm is leaving GTA roads a mess and ruining plans for the return to in-person learning at GTA schools. A winter storm warning is in effect with several centimeters already down and more to come throughout the day.
Our Jamie Pulfer joins us live, tracking all the closures and cancellations from the City News Extreme Weather Center. Jamie.
I have so much to tell you, Paul. This City News Extreme Weather Center brought to you by Subaru. Welcome to uncommon winter capabilities. So we have lots of different school snow plans today. I think we have it sorted out. Let's start with Toronto. The public and Catholic schools are canceled in Toronto with a pivot to virtual learning instead. It is the same story for all public and Catholic schools in York Region. Not so simple in Peel Region, where the public school board has canceled all schools. That includes virtual learning today. Well, the Dufferin Peel Catholic District School Board is switching students online today. In Halton Region, we have no school, public or Catholic, not even virtual learning. In Durham Region, school buses canceled, schools are closed, including virtual school for elementary students. Secondary school students, though, will pivot to remote learning for the Durham Region Public School Board today. Looks to be the same story for the Durham Catholic Board. Still waiting on some clarification for the Catholic students there, though. Humber College campuses, including the Child Development Center, are closed today. Online learning will continue. Mohawk College campuses are also closed. All classes, including the virtual ones, are canceled there. That full list is posted at citynews.ca. Now, we're also hearing from Metrolinx that most GO buses are experiencing up to 15 to 45-minute delays due to the snowy road conditions. Toronto and the rest of the GTA under a winter storm warning. This is a big one, up to 35 centimeters possible. Snow falling up to 5 centimeters an hour today. Niagara region, so much worse, up to 50 centimeters possible. It's under a blizzard warning. Reporting live at the City News Extreme Weather Center, Jamie Pulfer, City News.
City News time 6:35. Well, this was supposed to be the day GTA kids return to the classroom for the first time in a month. But the storm means they'll be learning online. Others will have the day off entirely. Our Kevin Meisner joins us live from the Danforth with the story and reaction. Kevin.
Yeah, Catherine, there's a good bet. A lot of students waking up right about now and looking out the front window aren't terribly excited about having to trudge through all this heavy snow just to go to school in person anyway. A grade 6 student, Corbin, told me earlier this morning that he admitted he was excited to go back to school to see his friends in person, but he figured the snow would complicate things.
It's good, but I'm still not 100% sure it's actually going to happen.
And he was right. So after 2 weeks of online learning, it will be one day in the virtual classroom for students with the Toronto Public and Catholic School Boards. The question now is how many students will actually get their kids to log on this morning. There's a good bet that some might say, you know what, for one day, let's play hooky and play in the snow. On Danforth Avenue, where actually the lights just went out, the hydro just flickered here for a few seconds. On Danforth, Kevin Meisner, City News.
City News time, 6:37. Anyone who has to leave the house today should prepare for the worst drive in a long time, and it'll take several minutes just to brush off the car before you can get going. Our Carl Hanske's watching the snowy commute in the West End and joins us live. Carl. This is the worst drive that we'll have in a very, very long time. There's snow already thick. The side streets are a mess. The main roads, even if they're plowed, are snow covered again because the snow's coming down so heavy. My advice, if you don't have to drive today, if you can work from home, do it. Don't bother hitting the highways. Give yourself lots of extra time, though. If you do have to drive, and that's not a cliche, you're going to need it this morning. I'm estimating it's probably going to take you almost doubled on your drive time that you would normally have, depending upon how far that you have to go. Roads are a mess. The hills are slippery and icy. I'm here on Brown's Line this morning in the West End. I actually just helped push. I noticed the car fishtail out of control. Couldn't make it up the hill. Tires were spinning, so I went behind, got out of my vehicle, pushed the car up the hill. What did the driver do? They just left without even saying a thank you. Just continued on their way, slipping and sliding as they went. You're welcome, sir. But I'm not the only one having a tough time this morning. Feel for those who have to walk in this snow and all wait at a bus stop like this woman.
It's brutal. It's hard to walk. Streets aren't cleaned up yet. Transit's not on time. There's no cabs to take. Uber's not confirming pickups. So yeah, it's hard to make it to work.
And if you do have to use your vehicle to get out, if you have it sitting in the driveway, remember you're going to be doing some shoveling today. There's lots to do. The good thing is the snow is not it's not hard to move. There's just quite a bit of it already. Reporting live outside, Carl Hanske, City News.
City News time 6:38. Well, with the focus no longer on the departed Novak Djokovic, the rest of the field took center stage as the Australian Open began in Melbourne. Our Simon Bennett has the latest.
Expectations could be high for Canadians. One of the first matches in Australia featured 14th seed Denis Shapovalov. And the relief is clear for all to see. It was a shaky performance at times by his standards and long hours, but it was a win. Shapo finishing up Serbian Laszlo Jera in 4 sets to advance. He faces Soonwoo Kwon next. Of course, Djokovic was the story in the lead-up to this year's first Grand Slam. He's no longer in Australia, and some fans are just happy to move on.
I'm glad it's all right, Bob.
Behind us, Djokovic arrived in Dubai from Australia early Monday, after which he boarded a plane for his home country of Serbia. I'm Simon Bennett.
City News time 6:39.
With 30 years of responsible investment expertise, Desjardins' industry-leading funds like the Desjardins Sociétaire Clean Tech Fund 300 million liters of water in 1 year, while aiming to deliver positive results for investors and the planet. The investor and dolphins will concur. For responsible investment, visit DesjardinFunds.com/RI. To read the prospectus or for data calculation methodology, visit DesjardinFunds.com.
Still to come on City News 680, the eastbound 401 ramp to South Allen Road blocked with a stalled vehicle. We'll have traffic and weather together. City News time 640.
If cancer were a place, nearly the entire population of Kitchener would be diagnosed every year. Right now, 1 Canadian hears it's cancer every 3 minutes. The researchers funded by the Canadian Cancer Society now know cancer isn't one, but more than 100 different diseases. That's why we fund the geniuses and dreamers researching all cancers. Help us make life better today and transform the future of cancer forever. Visit cancer.ca to learn more.
Today, Rima made a good choice. And I'm not referring to her nurturing her son's love of music, which I'm sure will sound magical in time. No, the good choice she made was getting her COVID-19 booster. Thanks for helping stop the spread, Rima. And thank you for doing your part, Canada. Choose to boost. Like all vaccines, 100% protection can't be guaranteed, and adverse reactions may occur. Talk to your healthcare professional to see if the vaccine is right for you. Brought to you by Moderna.
City News time 641. Time for traffic and weather together on the ones. For Mr. Lube, let's go to the traffic cruiser and Jordan Kerr. How are things looking, Jordan?
It's not great out here, unfortunately, around the GTA. In fact, in the entirety of southern Ontario, really bad driving conditions, dangerous in spots. Be careful, slow down, take your time. Roads are completely snow-covered. Even the highways are snow-covered at this point. The plows just really can't keep up. I saw one plow go by and maybe 10 minutes ago, and a lot of the snow is already back. So it is a lot of snow out here. Carefully, according to the conditions, everything is slow. Every route. Seeing a delay on the 401 in both directions, basically between Milton and Napanee, it's really, really slow going. So that's the extent of how slow everything is everywhere. Couple of issues. Westbound on the 401, the ramp to Salem seems to be blocked right now with multiple vehicles stuck here. Eastbound on the 401, a crash approaching Keel in the express in the right lane. The eastbound 401 ramp to the northbound Allen is blocked off right now because of a crash, and the eastbound 401 ramp to Markham Road is blocked off because of a stalled out tractor trailer, so drive carefully around there. From the traffic center, here's Craig Deere.
Oh, lots of problems on the DVP as well, including eastbound Eglinton. The ramp to southbound DVP partially blocked over the stalled vehicle.
That's a lot of
I'm
snow.
seeing vehicles coming off Eglinton, getting onto the southbound DVP. Just have to watch it on the end of this ramp lane here. And it's just a terrible drive, especially around Don Mills each way. We have some problems around this area as well. Just problems everywhere. DVP very heavy southbound right from the top all the way down to the bottom. Eastbound Dairy ramp to the south 410, that is completely shut down right now. This is for a crash cleanup that's underway. And the north 427 ramp onto the westbound 401. We have a crash here that's getting taken care of. They've got the right lane blocked off, but who can find any lane? Drive into your local Mr. Lube for convenience. Stay in your car services. Proudly Canadian since 1976. Mr. Lube open every day. No appointment needed. Next report at 6:51 with the forecast is Jill Taylor.
Already about 15 to 20 centimeters on the ground for Toronto and the GTA. Another 5 to 10 centimeters on the way up until about 8 a.m. These
I think I need
snowfall
that
rates per hour have just been crazy. And then the snow will taper to flurries and end by about 5 p.m. So up until 5 p.m., between 8 and 5 p.m., another 3 centimeters. So basically the total will be about 23 to 35 centimeters of snow for Toronto and the GTA. We're in that winter storm warning for up to 35 centimeters. Blizzard warning continues for northern Niagara region, though, and Grimsby, St. Catharines are up to 50 centimeters. Expected by early this evening. Wind an issue as well. Lots of blowing snow. So once we get into the flurries, we'll still have the snow that has fallen blowing around. So lots of blowing and drifting snow through the evening as well. Guaranteed high -3, -11 for the low. It'll feel like -20 overnight. Right now, wind chill -14. Heavy snow now reported. It appears to -6 degrees there. -4 at City News. Today's guaranteed high -3. City News time 6:44. Now the dynamic fund market minutes, and here's Mike Ethel. Mike.
Markets are up this morning, Catherine. Good morning. The Dow futures higher by 50 points. Now this is a day off for the U.S. markets. Everything is closed stateside for Martin Luther King Jr. Day, but nevertheless, the international trend is positive. The London FT100 is up by 0.75% this morning. Bay Street's coming off a money-making week with oil stocks in the spotlight, and the price for oil this morning has been dusting $84 per barrel. U.S. getting more expensive. Price for gold up $4 at $18.20. Our dollar's up a fifth of a cent, $79.91. The City News Business Center. I'm Mike Ethel.
One resolution worth keeping this year: invest better with financial advice. Speak to a financial advisor today and visit dynamic.ca/advice to discover the value of financial advice.
Introducing great ideas from the LCBO. Inspiration for lighter choices to start off your new year. Take tonight's dinner pairing. When the menu is indulgent, why not choose a low-sugar wine and always leave room for dessert? With lower alcohol, less sugar, and fewer calories, Cupcake Lighthearted Chardonnay is a lighter choice that doesn't compromise on quality. Now that's what we call a bright idea. Shop and discover more lighter choices at lcbo.com for home delivery. Please discover and enjoy responsibly.
There are 25 Swedish words for snow. A Volvo is made to withstand all of them. Rigorously tested in Sweden's Arctic Circle, every Volvo is designed to handle even the harshest Canadian winters. So no matter the weather, Volvo's advanced safety technology is designed to help make sure you...
Canceled. Most GTA schools are closed on what was supposed to be the first day back in for
Pharmacy.
Dennis Chaparral to the four-step lead in the first round over last Sahara. Other notables, Rafael Nadal's first class, and Roland Garros last year, over with a straight set over American Rafa Giro. Defending women's champ, Leona Osaka was done as well. NFL playoffs, the closest game of the day was the Dallas. The Cowboys comeback falling short. The Niners were down 23-17. The Chiefs and Steelers quarterback Ben Roethlisberger likely into retirement 42-21. The Bucs dismantled the Eagles 31-15. So next weekend is
Holy cow. Too much snow today.
Tampa will face the winner of the next final wildcard game, Cards Rams. NHL
Should I word
against the Rangers on Wednesday. Tonight, the Raptors will have their first meeting of the season with Miami, but no Kyle Lowry down south. Lowry is out for personal reasons. Sportsnet has the game at 7:30. Sports at 15 and 45 cents every hour, or anytime at sportsnet.ca.
You're suffering from depression and can't work. Your doctor and family both know you're too sick to work, and still, your long-term disability insurance denies your claim. My name is Aaron Waxman. Your long-term disability claim is denied for any reason. Call me at 416-661-4878. And don't worry about financial fees, because there are none. And my law firm, my team of lawyers only get paid when you get paid. And before you call, you should always remember that there are no bad questions. 416-661-4878 or on your cell phone at Pound LTD. It's a brand new year. Are you ready to face it with a smile? Your oral health is important to your overall health, and no one knows better than a dentist at 123dentist.com. That's why with over 50 local neighborhood clinics in and around the GTHA, 123dentist is the best way to find a dentist you can trust. So visit 123dentist.com and get to know why our motto is "We'll make you smile."
This is City News 680. Another vaccine milestone has been reached here in Toronto. The city says more than 50% of eligible residents have now received a COVID booster shot. Over the weekend, the city also helped administer vaccines to kids and education workers ahead of the return to in-class learning. Last Friday, the city added 8,000 vaccination appointments at its 5 mass vaccination clinics, including more than 4,400 appointments for today. The city says slot system available is being based on the province's online portal. City News Time, 6:50.
Is digital healthcare as good as in person? Is it complicated? Can I see my own doctor? Can I access it without a computer?
You have questions. We have answers. Learn the basics of virtual care at infoaid.ca/digital health learning. Looking to make healthier choices in 2022? Start with sleeping well, because when you sleep well, you do everything else well. This Saturday until Monday, Allied Sleep Ice is a free weighted blanket with any qualifying mattress.
Almost there. Oh, there's a train? No way. That's crazy.
To 35 centimeters. Snowfall warning continues for northern York region with 15 to 25. Right now, -3 with snow and blowing snow, and a wind chill of -9. City News Time, 7 o'clock.
Toronto's #1 for breaking news, traffic, and weather. This is City News 680 everywhere.
It's Monday, January 17th. Good morning. I'm Paul Cook.
I'm Catherine Jette. Here's what's making news right now.
Snow day due to this wild winter storm, but the school plan differs depending on what board you belong to. Lots of confusion, and the City News Extreme Weather Center has it all covered.
This very real snowstorm means virtual learning for students with the Toronto Public and Catholic boards. It's another day online on what was supposed to be the first day back to class in person. If you don't have to drive today, stay home.
I had no traction on the road at all.
Roads and highways are super slippery and super slow. Game 1 of the Australian Open is underway. We'll have the latest. And in the NFL playoffs, the Niners, Bucks, and Chiefs all move on. Sports at 15. Energy stocks will be in the spotlight today with the price for oil getting more expensive. And we'll look at why the world of online gambling may not be a big revenue generator for the province business in 26.
City News Time, 7:01.
Traffic and weather together on the ones brought to you by Queen's MBA in Toronto. In the 680 traffic cruiser this morning, I hope it has some snow tires. George Kerr.
Yeah, absolutely. But even with snow tires, it's a bit of a rough drive just getting out of my driveway. And if you are out there, please tread carefully. Slow down if you need to. Take your time. It's going to take a long time regardless. A really heavy delays across the GTA and beyond. On the 401, it's basically slow between Cambridge and Napanee, which is a huge stretch. Really, really slow going. And the roads are just, including the highway, should be covered in snow. So be careful on hills, on ramps, everywhere. On the eastbound 401, the ramp to northbound Allen is blocked right now, all because of a crash. And westbound on the 401, the ramp to Salem was blocked off because of multiple broken ducts broken down and probably stuck vehicles on the ramp. So be careful heading around there. From the traffic center, here's Craig Peer.
A couple of full closures. We have the East Fields ramp to the South 404 block with a stopped vehicle in the snow. Same with the eastbound Dairy ramp on the southbound 410. And bad times at Birchmount High, north of St. Clair on Birchmount. Nobody's getting up the hill. Same with Avenue north of Eglinton. The hill here is causing some problems. Same with southbound Scarlet Road or northbound anywhere south of Eglinton. The buses are not moving. Earn your MBA from Queen Smith School of Business right here in Toronto. Find out more at smithmbaintoronto.com. Next report's at 7:11 with the forecast. Here's Jill Taylor.
Well, snowfall rates have increased and could go even as high as 8 or 9 centimeters per hour for the next hour or so, especially for areas right along the lakeshore. That includes Toronto. So up to 40 centimeters, not out of the question by the time this all is said and done by early this evening. Parts of the GTA as well, especially for areas right along the lake. So those snowfall totals, 25 to as much as 40 centimeters for Toronto and the GTA. Now, guaranteed high today, -3, strong gusty wind though, and those winds could really contribute to reduced visibility with blowing snow and drifting snow. So even though our snow will taper to flurries as we work through the afternoon into the evening, by about 5 o'clock, only a few flurries will flying, but all the snow that has fallen will be blowing around. So lots of blowing, drifting snow, reduced visibilities well into the evening. Right now it feels like -14. We've got heavy snow reported up here, so -6 degrees there. -4 at City News. Today's guaranteed high, -3. City News time 7:03.
GTA parents can be forgiven for feeling like the universe is conspiring against them. The same day kids were set to return to school.
Traffic centimeters, Craig here. Yeah, just multiple problems going on right now. So here is a major closure. So eastbound Eels, the ramp to the South 404, that is completely blocked off. And that's for people stuck in the snow. Eastbound Garner is a very slow go here around Humber Bridge. Basically not moving. We had calls from traffic spotters saying we might have a couple of tractor trailers jackknife through here. No visual contact on that just yet. Give me a call, star 680, if you want to give me an update. Eastbound Gary ramp to the South 410, that is blocked completely for a crash cleanup as well. Again, problems on city streets are everywhere, especially on hills. We had this call from Markham Road.
South of Lawrence, north of Eglinton, Big Hill by Peterborough Collegiate, abandoned vehicles everywhere. People are walking in the middle of the road.
It's one of those mornings. Also problems at Birchmount north of St. Clair on the hill, Avenue north of Eglinton, and Scarlet Road south of Lawrence. And for the city, many parents are struggling to feed their kids during the pandemic, but you can help make a difference. Visit salvationarmy.ca/COVID relief and donate today. Next report is 7:21 with the forecast. Here's Jill Taylor.
Oh, what a day. This heavy, intense snow for Toronto and most of the GTA. Now, snowfall rates of about 8 centimeters per hour for the next hour or so, and up to 40 centimeters of snow by early this evening. After about 8 or 9 o'clock this morning, though, things will improve a little bit. The snow won't be as intense. It'll gradually taper to flurries and then come to an end. Any flurries, few flurries, just by 5 o'clock this evening. We're into that winter storm warning, but areas like northern Niagara, Grimsby, St. Catharines, under the blizzard warning. Why a blizzard warning for them? They've met that criteria of widespread reductions in visibility to just 400 meters or less due to the snow, blowing snow, falling snow for at least 4 hours. But our visibility right now is at 400 meters as well. So we'll watch for that to be upgraded to that blizzard warning in the next hour or so. Guaranteed high -3, -11 for the low. Right now, heavy duty snow, -6 degrees appears to -4. City News, guaranteed high -3.
City News time 7:14. Now the Dynamic Funds Market Minute over to Mike Epple at the Business Center. How's it going there, Mike?
It's a pretty calm start to the trading week, Paul. Wall Street's actually closed for holiday, so the TSX is going to see a light volume that compensated last week, snapped a string of 2 weekly losses with a gain of 1.3% overall. The price for oil holding at $84 a barrel. Gold is up $4 at $18.20. Our dollar higher by 1/5 of a cent, about 80 cents U.S. The City News Business Center. I'm Mike Epple.
Start 2022 off on the right foot by building a more resilient portfolio. Speak to a financial advisor today and visit dynamic.ca/advice to discover the value of financial advice.
If cancer were a place, nearly the entire population of Kitchener would be diagnosed every year. Right now, 1 Canadian hears it's cancer every 3 minutes. The researchers funded by the Canadian Cancer Society now know cancer isn't one, but more than 100 different diseases. That's why we fund the geniuses and dreamers researching all cancers. Help us make life better today and transform the future of cancer forever. Visit cancer.ca to learn more.
Hey Canada, cold and flu season is on the horizon, and it's time to be proactive and help support your immune system with Adrian Gagnon. The wellness experts at Adrian Gagnon bring you vitamin C, D, and zinc to help maintain and support your immune system. And the new cold and flu day and night used in herbal medicine to help relieve symptoms of colds and flus. Products available at Rexall, Sobeys, and Walmart. These products may not be right for you. Always read and follow the label.
Toronto's news. Now, this is City News 680. Everywhere. -3 with snow and blowing snow and a wind chill of -9. Good morning. I'm Paul Cook, and here are the top stories this Monday morning. It's sliding away. Snow and blowing snow. It's the worst morning commute we've seen in a long time. The winter storm warning continues, and it could have
there. Then eastbound 401 approaching Healy Express in the center lane. There was a stalled transport truck. The eastbound 401 ramp to northbound Allen is blocked due to the crash. And then at Young and the Collectors, the right lane's blocked up with a stalled vehicle. Just getting word that the south